All right, all right. Order in this homosexual court. It's the Honorable Judge Jacob Schubach.
And the Honorable Judge Ryan Gabbett. The disputes are real, the decisions are final, and the judges are homosexuals and disco freaks and fanatics because of Beyonce. This is gay court.
Welcome to Gay Court. So this is not our usual posting schedule. We are posting an extra bonus special episode because the one, the only, Beyonce has dropped Renaissance. I don't even know what album this is.
Seventh? Ooh,
Right? Yes, her seventh album. She dropped it last night, and so we have an emergency recording meeting because obviously we need to talk about it. I just listened to the album on my hot girl walk within the past hour. I did not stay up for it because I'm trash, but I woke up and was right for it.
I came back from Work the World last night, very drunk, and I was like, it is midnight. I must listen. And I only listened to two songs last night because I was like, these are the two I must listen to when I'm drunk. It was Alien Superstar and the Summer Renaissance. I'll go into it later. There were bops when I was drunk, and there were bops when I was sober this morning. I listened to the album on a repeat, but they're all bops.
I love that we were both drunk last night because I was also drunk last night. I'll talk about it when we'll get into it. Anyways, welcome to Gay Court, the comedy podcast where we debate all things LGBTQ plus.
Gay rights. And like we said, this week is Beyonce. Today is Beyonce. Forever is Beyonce. Renaissance, Beyonce. 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 So we'll be discussing her new album, Renaissance, of course, discussing our favorite and iconic Beyonce moments. And we'll end the show with Let the Record Show. Well, I will be giving a history lesson of the one, the only Beychella.
We love Beychella.
Beychella.
Truly,
Homecoming.
one of the most iconic Coachella moments ever.
The only Coachella moment that matters.
That's fair. Yes, but before we jump into it, we want to invite y'all to be part of the debate, of course, as we always do. And since we want you guys to do your civic duty and be a part of the Gay Court, send us emails to gaycourtpodcast@gmail.com. Send us your queer conundrums, embarrassing dating stories, gay crimes, your Beyonce, list of top songs from Renaissance. My brain went dead for a second. I was like, what?
Don't know what to write? It's fine. We don't know either. But be sure to follow us on social media, Gay Court Podcast, where we'll be posting prompts, memes, anything we want. Pictures of us riding a horse like Beyonce will for sure be posted soon. Maybe you guys have seen it already at this point.
And maybe that's why you're here. We also do not have a guest, a gay lift this week because this is an emergency recording session. We had to just be quick and we didn't get a guest. So here we are.
Exactly. Yeah, our guest is Beyonce in spirit.
Beyonce is with us always.
Yes, she is in our souls and she broke my soul.
Oh. So that takes us to our first segment, Gays on the Case. Where we look at something queer and we dissect it. So this week we're going to be discussing Renaissance, which isn't necessarily queer in and of itself, but gay people like it.
Beyonce is not herself. I don't know if she is queer, but she is queer.
Yes.
Yes.
At the very least, ally.
She is ally. She is queer coded. Her brand is queer coded. There it is.
Yes. She's a very inclusive person.
Her brand, Beyonce. Yes. Yes.
So Renaissance.
The disco Renaissance in 2022. That's the year, right?
Yes.
Okay.
I think it's important for us to share how we first listened to this. So I was, as we talked about, drinking last night. I woke up a little bit, groggy, not feeling great, had a headache.
Hungover?
Sure. I guess that's the word. And I had to go to CVS because I didn't have any Tylenol left. So I had to go buy Tylenol. And then I put in my earbuds and I just went on a hot girl walk as I do every single morning. And I
Mhm.
listened to Beyonce, drank my water while I was walking. And I don't know if it was the Tylenol working or the Beyonce working, but I feel completely healed. I don't feel any symptoms of ever having drank in my life. I feel refreshed. I feel refurbished. I feel incredible. And I think it's Renaissance. I think that is the true medicine that helped me through that experience.
Renaissance brought you new life, I guess you could say.
Oh, yes, absolutely. It refreshed me.
Mhm. It fixed your broken soul.
Yes. How did you experience Renaissance for the first time?
Like I said last night, me and my friend went out to Work the World. If you guys don't know what that is, it's the drag race touring review where like there's drag queens performing. We got back at about 11:30, 11:45, and I took a shower and then I watched the clock go from 11:59 to midnight. I was still very drunk at this point, and I like charged my phone. I was like, Beyonce, I have to listen to Beyonce, like extremely like
In it.
nothing was going on up here. The only thing that was floating was like Renaissance.
It was like meditating for you. It's just like laser
Like
focus on Beyonce.
like I was like, I already have the headache. I needed to pop a Tylenol, pop a Tylenol. And I was like, I need to listen to two songs. Like I said, it was Alien, Alien Superstar because of Miss Honey Dijon. And they were saying that Summer Renaissance would have a snippet of Donna Summer, and I love me some Donna Summer, so
You
I
do love
had to
Donna
listen.
Summer.
I do. So I had to listen to it. So those are two I listened to, and I was in bed vibing, texting my friends like, "Oh my god, this is amazing." Then I knocked out.
I fell asleep immediately.
Like I listened to the two songs, and like my
Yeah.
body was like, you have to listen to this rest of it sober. But the two songs listened to it quite good. So then I woke up to like three texts from people with the links to Renaissance, and I was like, as if I didn't listen to it already.
As if I didn't have the link myself.
And then I listened to it fully this morning when I was eating my pancakes.
We love pancakes. Wait, but
We
what was
do.
the Honey Dijon thing for Alien Superstar?
Do you know Honey Dijon?
No.
Honey Dijon is like a house music DJ. So the beats were Honey Dijon. And you could
Oh.
tell it was Miss Honey.
Alien Superstar is my favorite song on the album. I've only listened to the album once, so I don't know if that's accurate fully.
I mean, you texted me saying
Yes.
every single one of your songs is your favorite song.
Yes, but as I was listening to it, I was like, this is my new favorite song. This is my new favorite song. But like looking back and reflecting, I think Alien Superstar is my current fave, number one for me.
Number one in the history books of Jacob Schubach.
Yes. Let the record show.
Alien Superstar.
Alien Superstar, and then Church Girl, because
Mhm.
truly it's time to shake it up.
You are a woman of the cloth.
I'm a woman of the cloth, the robe, whatever the word is. And then Pure / Honey. Love that song as well. What are your top three?
It has to be Alien Superstar for reasons I stated.
We love Alien Superstar.
The beats, you will not leave the dance floor with those beats. You will be vibing all night vibes.
Yes. And I personally love when Beyonce's like in her like Illuminati, like I'm an alien, like I'm out of this world era. Like I love that moment for her. Like I think that's when she's at her strongest. And
she's
also,
the most powerful.
She's the most powerful when she's like, yeah, I'm in the Illuminati. And we're all just like, mm-hmm.
It's because she herself knows that she is better than us and we worship her.
And she creates this like beautiful mystery around herself. I'm like, yes, you could be in the Illuminati. I don't know.
I'm like, yes, you could be a witch. And I don't care because I will still praise you.
I was going to say, I think she's also most powerful when she's counting, i.e. countdown the song, but also she counts 4, 3, 2 in Pure / Honey. I'm like, yes.
I will say countdown is a fucking bop. I love that thing.
I thought you were going to say something. I thought you were going to like say like a really hot take that it wasn't good. And I was like, we about to fight.
No. Good. That song lives rent free in my mind. I count down things to that song.
Do you remember that Tumblr video of the kid?
Of the guy that like created it?
Yeah.
Yes.
That is one of the best videos. one of the best videos on the internet.
Like everything was perfectly choreographed. It was
Mhm.
filmed to perfection.
Did she ever like recognize that? Like, did she ever like say like, "Oh, like I've seen that video. Like it's so good." Like I can't remember.
I don't think so, but I could be wrong.
Yeah, bring him back as like a choreographer for Renaissance. Do something with him.
I wonder what he's up to with him and his snuggie.
Mhm.
Oh my god. I can see the video in my head right now.
Yeah, same. It's plain.
Yeah.
Anyways, your other two favorite songs.
Are of course Summer Renaissance, because Donna Summer. I feel love. That fucking when that beat hit, or not beat hit, when like the first few notes, and I was like, I know the song exactly. And I was like, ah! That's how I felt. It was amazing. It was a euphoric experience. And I cannot wait to be on the dance floor just vibing to that. And my third favorite is Virgo's Groove, because I do love a good groovy beat.
Interesting.
Mhm.
Interesting. I was like a little I was like in a different space when I was listening to Virgo's Groove because I was on my hot girl walk.
Mhm.
And I usually go through like the bougie neighborhood that's like right next to my neighborhood. And I
Mhm.
like go in there and it's there's always like a bunch of signs that it's like homeowners association is like watching you, like please don't be in here. And I'm like, okay, like whatever, I'm gonna keep walking. But there's this one street that I go on that's like it's like a hill. And you go up the hill and then you go down the hill, and it has like the most bougie, nicest houses. Like think of like a house in the hills. And I just like love walking down there and like looking at the houses. And Virgo's Groove was a song that it's like a 5-minute song, and it took me like the whole street up the hill, down the hill to Virgo's Groove. And I was like, this is the best experience I've ever had. Manifesting a house for myself.
You're like, that's gonna be my house.
Mhm.
Listening to Beyonce's Virgo's Groove
Yes,
on repeat.
as it should be. She also says in Summer Renaissance, she's like, I think like the first lyric is something like "I want a house" or something, and I'm like, yes.
I don't remember. I'm like, should we play it right now?
Should we
And get
should we
sued
call it the lyrics?
and get sued by Beyonce.
Summer Renaissance lyrics. I want to house you and make you take my name. I misheard it. I'm so sorry, Beyonce. I also misheard in.
But you want to house me?
I'm like really like bad at like hearing lyrics and like understanding things, and also my like headphones are kind of like breaking, so they weren't great. Whatever. Also in thick, I thought that she was saying dick, and I was like, wait, what? And I was like, go listen real close. I was like, no, dumbass. The song is literally called Thick.
Thick.
She's saying thick.
THIQUE.
Exactly.
So I say, I say,
Mhm.
no skips.
No skips.
No skips. Oh my god, no skips.
Oh, and speaking of no skips, I loved how the songs just blended
Yes. Yes.
with one another. I was like, just
The
play
way
whole-
like
yeah.
energy blended into Break My Soul. I was like literally answering a work email and I was like, oh, why is my ass shaking?
Okay, I was gonna say that too because I like Break My Soul even more now, like within the context of the album. Like when you like
Yes.
when it just goes right into it, I'm like,
Yes.
okay, yes.
Because the way Break My Soul starts,
Mhm.
when it's like by itself, it's like that's an interesting way to start. But then when you hear it go into each other, you're like, ah, she had a plan. She's a mind. She's a mastermind.
She has the mind of a mastermind. Yeah, obviously, I listened to it as she intended, like in order, but
Mhm.
I wonder if it sounds like more chaotic if you put it on shuffle. Not that I ever would.
Imagine there's like a secret message. You get the right shuffle.
Yeah, if you get the right order. We'll have to look into that.
Alien superstar. Illuminati.
Gay court conspiracy theories. I also do want to say, Maggie Rogers, I am so sorry that you launched your album the same day as Beyonce. I will probably
girl.
not be listening to it for at least like a week or two.
Mm.
I'm sorry.
Like nothing matters today except Beyonce
Mhm.
and RuPaul's Drag Race All Star 7, the finale. But those are the only two things that matter, and they're both gay. And they're both gay.
I didn't realize the finale was tonight. The stars have aligned. Like, what day is it? July 29th or July 28th was when Beyonce, I guess.
No, she dropped it this morning at midnight. So July 29th. July 29th is gay. AKA the end of July is gay, which means it's Pride 2.0 because it's been a month since Pride. So it is exactly Pride 2.0.
I'm following the math here, and this is excellent math. You've done great work here.
I have a mind of a mastermind.
But yeah, Beyonce's in her bag. I saw Lil Nas X also tweeted this morning, and I think it's a great quote that I think we should share.
Please.
And he said, "This Beyonce album, so cunty hunty. I'm finna slay the boots. Choo choo choo. Vogue, pussy pussy, kitty kitty cat."
Mm.
And honestly, I don't think anyone else has ever summed up something so wisely, so beautifully, other than Lil Nas X in that tweet.
Art.
Bring him on the podcast.
He is the new guest host for next week.
Oh, perfect. We're creating fake news. We have Lil Nas X as a guest host.
Can I comment on the album cover?
Oh, yes, absolutely.
First of all, I love how she's like, I'm going to give you 4 in different poses with her hands.
As she should.
And I love how, because this entire album is like a disco renaissance, like she's trying to bring back disco. Mm-hmm. It's giving like the Bianca Jagger moment on the horse in Studio 54.
Okay. And where?
Studio 54, like the prime disco.
No.
Google it right now. Google it right now. Google it right now. Bianca
Let me copy and paste
Jagger horse
Studio
moment.
54. Horse moment. Oh, specifically the horse moment.
We just put horse. There's only one moment with a horse.
Okay. So she just came into the club with a horse.
Mm-hmm. And then like it was also used in RuPaul's Drag Race. Like some people have like Studio 54 equals horse, and Beyonce was like horse equals disco. Is Beyonce a horse girl?
Is Beyonce a horse girl? Maybe. This album is for the horse girls.
She's like, horse girls are cool now.
They've always been cool, Ryan.
She's like, but you know what's even better than horse girl? A disco horse girl.
Yes, she's right. She's so right. Is Studio 54 in New York?
It used to be, yes. It closed down. It used to be a club in like the disco times. It closed down. There is a Studio 54 now, but it's currently a Broadway theater. I think it's in the same location. Yeah, so it's a Broadway theater now.
The only reference I have of it is Bianca Jagger on a horse. So I'm like, is this Saddle Ranch but disco? Maybe.
No, it was the prime location for. It was the club. It was the club.
The club to be in.
The club. RuPaul was there.
Oh, RuPaul. I'm looking at the pictures, and I think Dolly Parton was also there.
Oh yeah, everyone was there.
Is that Dolly Parton?
Lots of poppers and drugs, just a good time, and disco balls and horse girls, disco horse girls, disco horse girls.
Speaking of the club, I cannot wait to hear Renaissance in the club.
It feels like
a great album.
I'm going out tonight to watch Drag Race, and I think we're going out after, and we have to because the gay bars are going to play this start to finish. No other song will be played tonight.
No other songs.
It's just Beyonce songs all night. If they play Countdown, I will be shaking my ass.
They should play Countdown into Renaissance. In my opinion.
They're like, oh, time for the countdown to Renaissance.
Exactly,
that's
what I'm
countdown.
Saying, yeah. Yes. So, any final thoughts about Renaissance?
Disco fucking Wonderland. I just want to disco Renaissance my life away. And Beyonce was just like, you know what? Y'all want disco? Here you go, faggots. Here's disco.
Perfect. Slay.
Yes, mama.
Yes, mama. I truly just can't wait to listen to this album incessantly and annoy every single person around me by just playing it on repeat day in, day out, 9 to 5 and beyond. All right, so I guess that takes us to the second segment, Investigate.
Hey, Beyon-SLAY!
Beyon-SLAY! Ryan, what is Investigate?
Investigate is where we cross-examine, the same theme or topic. And this week, we're discussing our favorite Beyon-SLAY moments.
Beautiful. Would you like to go first, or do you want me to go first?
You got one that's incredibly detailed, so I'm just gonna go through mine really quick, and then we can go to yours in detail. Okay.
It's not that detailed. It's one moment.
But yes, there's
It's
questions.
a good moment. Yeah, there's questions. There's questions.
Questions.
Get excited. Get excited, y'all.
All right. I will say my first one is when she randomly appears in the lip sync battle with Channing Tatum, because I'm like, what dirt does Channing Tatum have on her for her to just agree to do this?
Okay, I didn't know that happened, but
what song was he performing? He was performing
it feels like a Love on Top moment. Like that feels like a good lip sync song.
It was
I don't know though.
Beyonce.
Beyonce.
Beyonce. A lip sync battle. They performed.
What channel was
Run the World?
Run the World. Yeah, that makes sense.
Like he was like doing the whole choreography, and then suddenly the doors open,
and
then she walks out, and the crowd goes wild.
Like, why was she on?
Exactly. Like, what dirt does Channing Tatum have on Beyonce for her to agree to make a 5-second appearance, do her little thing, and then just leave? To do this on Lip Sync Battle? How much was she paid? Was she even paid? Did she do it for free? Was there blackmail involved?
There's a lot of questions here. But I do agree, like, why would she be on that? Because Lip Sync Battle was like at its prime after like Beyonce has like gotten to the point where she's like, I just dropped the albums and y'all listen to it. Like we're not doing promotions like that.
Exactly. This happened what year? 2017? 2017, I think. 2018. 2016? 2016.
What a year that was.
Wasn't the same year she did
Lemonade?
Was that Lemonade?
I think so. Or was that 2015?
Math
and time don't make sense to us. We don't know.
We really don't know. So that's my first moment because I'm like, how?
Mm-hmm.
Why?
What happened here?
How?
Who was the producer on that?
Blackmail? Question mark?
Maybe.
So that's my first moment because it doesn't make any sense in my head.
Yes, absolutely.
My second one is Foxy Cleopatra, aka Austin Powers Gold member. I just remember being like, Beyonce acts. She does. That's the only moment because it's such a random. It was during that time when she was famous, but not Beyonce famous, but Beyonce famous. Does that make sense?
Yes, that makes total sense to me.
Where she wasn't
a straight person wouldn't get that.
Like she wasn't like the peak Beyonce famous, but she was known Beyonce famous.
Yeah.
Yes.
People knew that she was going to be Beyonce. I think
yes.
That stage in her career.
I think at that moment they knew Beyonce from Beyonce from Destiny's Child, but now she's Beyonce from just Beyonce.
Yes.
Yes.
It's interesting that she went for that acting, like those acting moments. I feel like all of her acting moments have been very interesting, particularly the Pink Panther.
Sorry.
Did I see it? No, but I was aware enough to be like, Beyonce?
I love how every like movie she ever acted in, like she had one solo song where it was like her single for that like album or whatever.
I love that. There was Pink Panther 2, right? We talked about this?
Yes, but she was not in Pink Panther 2. She was just in Pink Panther. Yes.
I was going to say, I feel like Pink Panther was like direct to DVD. And I was like, Beyonce wouldn't be in that, right?
I think Pink Panther 2 was direct to DVD. Pink Panther 1 was the whole like movie release and the whole like, burger.
Direct to DVD is quite a choice.
If you don't love me at my direct to DVD, you don't whatever.
You don't deserve me at my box office hit.
My theatrical release.
Okay, I might change my Twitter bio to that. Yeah.
So that's my second one. My third one is the random Pepsi commercial where she dropped the song Grown Woman and she appears in all the mirrors as past Beyonces.
Right.
Yes. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Mm-hmm. Whenever anybody like references themselves in that way, like Lady Gaga did that for like a voting campaign. Taylor Swift did that in her like comeback video where she was like killing off the other Taylor Swifts. And I was like, whenever somebody references themselves, they're on another level. They're on some type of like higher level vibration shit.
Because they're all Illuminati.
And the fact that Beyonce did hers for a Pepsi commercial,
It kills
good
me.
for her.
And that song slaps, but it's not on Spotify,
Oh,
which
really?
angers me. Grown Woman is not on Spotify. There was one day I was like, I want to listen to Grown Woman. Googles it on Spotify or searches it on Spotify, and it didn't pop up. And I was like, but where's my Grown Woman? Did I make this song up in my head? I can hear it.
You could find it on YouTube though, right? YouTube's got everything.
I think there's a YouTube, like she has a music video and she has a
Oh,
commercial.
but it's
And
not on Spotify.
apparently it's on Apple Music, but it's on like other platforms. The only one it's not is Spotify, which makes no sense in my
It's
noggin.
exclusively on Tidal. Like I get the title thing, but like, come on. Give it to us on Spotify.
We all have Spotify. Is that why she doesn't want to put in Grown Woman? Because we all have it?
Maybe.
Hmm.
We need to do an episode on lost songs.
Like songs that were lost?
That,
That
like-
was stupid.
Yes, like Grown Woman.
Mm.
Or like the entire Charlie XCX world. Like, we gotta find
Oh,
songs.
the one that you sent me like 3
Mhm.
months ago. Mhm.
Yeah, it's
Mhm.
very good. It's so
Mhm.
fucking good.
All right. And I have 2 honorable mentions for Beyonce moments.
Okay.
You are Beyonce. Thank you.
Honestly, that was going to be one of mine, but then I was like, I'm going for the spoiler alert, the
You're-
Tyra Banks interview.
Ah!
Ah!
And then my last one is Lemonade when she out here hitting cars with a bat in the big yellow dress. I love that.
Honestly, the entirety of Lemonade, like that whole visual album or whatever it was called, fantastic work. Fantastic. Like the song Sorry, I fucking loved that. That was such a good. Ugh. She gets
I
it.
ain't sorry.
Do you think we're gonna get a visual album for Renaissance?
We're gonna get something, pretty sure. We're gonna get oh my god. The moment she's like, oh yeah, just so you guys know, I'm gonna tour. I'm about to spend like $3,000 on whatever ticket in the back just to see her just do like, her thing.
Yeah. I went to her last tour with Jay-Z. It was like the On the Run Tour 2, I think is what the tour was called. And I was in the back row. Couldn't see a thing. Having the time of my life.
Okay, so those are my moments of Beyon-SLAY moments of Beyon-SLAY. Jacob, what are your moments?
Mine is one moment that was made up of several mini moments.
So it was a momentous moment.
Yes. I already told you all. It's the Tyra Banks interview from 2008, where Tyra Banks was truly doing the most, as Tyra Banks does.
Okay. When has Tyra Banks not done the most? Insert images of her foaming at the mouth. Insert images of her like
passing
fainting.
out.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And where are the straights?
Where are the straights? And where are the gays?
Where are the I'm not sure. What are they called? I'm not sure. I don't know. In betweens, something like that.
I think it was the in betweens. And then I think they were wearing shirts that said bisexual or something. And I was like, oh my God.
And where are the straights?
Boo. But this specific interview, Tyra has actually spoken on this. Back in 2020, she the clip, I guess, resurfaced. And everyone was like, Tyra, why are you asking such random questions? And Tyra was like, well, everybody was asking Beyonce the same questions for her album release. And Beyonce didn't want to answer the same old shit. So she tried to add a little bit of fun, a little bit of freshness to it. And she made a bunch of puns with Beyonce's name and likeness.
But honestly, it is cringe, but also count.
I mean, it's you can watch it. It's still on YouTube. It's like a 30-minute clip. You will watch the whole thing and not look away for a second.
You can't.
It's a good interview.
I remember reading somewhere and someone was like, and this is why Beyonce never interviews anymore.
Okay, so we'll give some sample questions of what Beyonce had to answer from Tyra, and we'll answer them ourselves because we're
gay.
We're gay and we want to answer things. So the first one was Beyoncé. What is the last thing you bought in a store? Which when I first heard that, I was like, bisexual? But she meant buy as in purchase. Beyonce answered this one and said that she, whenever anyone from Destiny's Child, Kelly, Michelle, Beyonce, went out and had their own record, she would go to the store and buy 20 of the record. So I'm personally wondering if Beyonce is in a Target right now
Buying her own
20
record.
buying 20 of Renaissance because she said she does it in the 2008 interview, so maybe she's still doing it.
Maybe she's still doing it. So also the thought of Beyonce like shopping at Target is like a funny image to me.
Yeah, I imagine she wouldn't go to Target. I feel like she'd probably go to like Amoeba Records or something. Like,
No, but like I think she wouldn't go herself. I feel like she would send someone to go for her.
no, she said in the Tyra interview that she went with her assistant.
I know, but like now she is
Yes.
Beyonce. Because then she was Beyonce, but now she's Beyonce.
But I feel like it would be like kind of like special to like do it yourself and like be in the store and be like,
What-
yeah, like I'm just a regular person.
But I mean, like, true. I guess like I guess my more my thought was like the recognize
Being recognized in a Target is not her brand.
yes, but I guess she would like the masks and stuff cover that now.
That is true. And I also do feel as though if Beyonce called up any local Target and was like, I'm coming, shut that shit down, so I'm the only person in the store, she could do that.
Fair. Everyone's like, why is a Target in Burbank closed?
Not the Burbank one is big. That's a big Target. What is
was the last thing you
the last thing I bought in a store was Tylenol this morning, as we've already discussed.
Do online stores count for me?
Yeah, sure.
So the last thing I bought was online. It was a Delta News shirt.
From Legally Blonde, yes.
Legally Blonde, yes.
We love that. A couple of other questions. Let's get into it. Beyoncé.
I was like, just do the entire thing.
The entire one?
Just do it all. Just do it all.
Beyoncé, what is your favorite type of cheese? Beyonce likes yellow cheddar cheese.
Oh, mine. My favorite's Gouda. She's the man. That's how we got to She's the man.
She's the man. We're not going to go into it, but you know what.
No, we're not. Yeah.
My favorite type of cheese, I hate feta cheese. It makes my stomach hurt. I'm not lactose intolerant to most cheeses, but feta cheese does not be gentle to me.
I'm like, feed Jacob feta when he comes to New York.
I really like the way it tastes, though, so maybe.
Fun texture.
Seance. If you could communicate with anybody who's passed away, who would it be?
Rich or famous? Famous or we know.
I think famous is probably be better. I don't really think I want to talk to anyone that I like new.
Okay. First person that came to my head is Betty White. So I guess Betty White.
Oh, that's a good one. I was gonna say Sophie, but yeah,
that's a good one too.
Both heart-wrenching choices that we made. I'm like, oh, I'm so sad. Slasha Fierce. When was the last time you was a little tipsy?
Last night.
Same. Damn. Squash Fierce. What type of sports do you like to play?
I don't play sports. I'm gay.
Same. I do my little weightlifting, but I don't know if I guess that's a sport. It's not.
I mean, you did squat 155 pounds.
That's very impressive to me.
I'm like, you can squat me.
Okay, I don't get the next one. It says Hasha Fierce. Who's your favorite Spice Girl? I don't get the reference, but I also didn't listen to this one. I just pulled it off an article, so I don't know if it's
Hasha Fierce. Oh.
Well, my favorite Spice Girl is Posh. So
she's fun. I'll choose Baby Spice.
I just had a moment where I was like, wait, was Posh Spice a Spice Girl? Or was she a pussycat doll? And I was like, wait,
Not Nicole Scherzinger. Not Nicole Scherzinger.
Washa Fierce. Do you sing in the shower? Obviously, duh. If you're gay, you're singing in the shower. Becky G, shower, fucking banger.
Becky G.
Josha Fierce. Which Josh do you think is sexier? Josh Brolin or Josh Lucas? Which I don't know that I could point either of them out in a police lineup. Couldn't do it.
Josh Brolin is the guy that Memento. I believe Josh Brolin was the one who played Thanos.
Really? Wow. Who's Josh Lucas?
What the fuck is that? I don't know.
I mean, I guess Thanos can get it.
Josh Lucas is... Who is this man?
He was an American Psycho.
I can see that. But
and Sweet Home Alabama.
Oh, and Yellowstone. That's like one of my friends' like favorite shows.
Oh.
These are very random people, Miss Tyra Banks.
I'm gonna say Josh Hutcherson.
I say, do you need who's a Josh?
Wasn't there a Josh? He was in Love, Simon. He was married to the lady from 13 going on 30. I don't know if his name is actually Josh though.
Is it Josh Dumel? Wait, that him?
Yeah, is that his name?
Yes, Josh Dumel.
I picked Josh Dumel. Yeah. Dumel.
I'll choose Josh Dumel as well. Also, I found it very
Joshua Fierce.
Joshua Fierce. I found it very random that he was in that movie playing a dad. I don't know why. I was like, oh my god, him. Yeah.
Yes, but that was my favorite Beyon-SLAY moment was when she was on the Tyra Banks show, because fascinating piece of pop culture history that
honestly that should have been Let the Record Show.
probably should have been, but honestly it should be studied in every class in America.
I feel like Tyra Banks in general just should be studied.
Researched, because she's a fascinating person. Like she's changed the game.
Like the things she did to those girls on American Next Top Model, like she would cut the girl with like a 36-inch like hair down to her booty, give her a pixie cut to make her go home the same day.
I love when she like made them do like random things where she's like, you're gonna be like propelling down a wall and like you're gonna have to like work it like you're on a runway, and she would put the girl who has like the biggest fear of heights first, and she would like push her off herself. She'd be like, get down there, you better walk. Like she would send her home.
We're gonna do a floating runway where you're going to have walking like on a movable runway with no wires, and you're gonna fall into the water with sharks, so don't die.
Or did you see the one where she put them on stilts? That was in like the Boys versus Girls season, and I was like, oh my god, that season's quite iconic. Honestly, they were fighting.
I will say, like, America's Next Top Model should be studied.
And we need to do an America's Next Top Model episode.
we need to. We have to discuss like all the challenges, them running around like foreign countries with unsure where to go or speak the language.
Those like, stress me out.
And they're like, you have to be here in 20 minutes. And they're like, we have no clock. When's 20 minutes from now? They're like, we're giving you no money, and you have to find your way across Thailand to go to the fashion show in 20 minutes, or else you're eliminated. It was not only a fashion show.
It was The Amazing Race.
It was The Amazing Race.
It was The Amazing Race. It was, oh my God, what a mess. We've quite derailed from Beyon-SLAY, but you know, Tyra, thank you for your service. Tyra Banks, I respect you and no one else. All right, so I guess we can go into the last segment, which is Let the Record Show.
Beyoncé edition.
Beyoncé edition. Ryan, it is your turn to share some historic Beyoncé moments.
Beychella.
Obviously Beychella. Obviously, like one of the most historic performances of our generation.
I can't, like, what was before, who was before her and who was after her? I could not tell you.
I think Lady Gaga was before her because Beyonce was pregnant and canceled.
Something like that.
And then I think Ariana Grande was after her.
I mean, three pop divas.
Yeah.
You can't go wrong. But like, I will just say, like, I don't remember anyone else's but Beyonce's.
I will say Beyonce did outperform Ariana and Gaga. Sorry if that's a hot take, but it's true.
Like, all right, so to people who don't know, and I'm like, do you live under a rock? But anyway, American singer Beyoncé headlined the 2018 Coachella Valley Music Arts Festival, aka Coachella, performed on April 14th and 21st in Indio, California. Fun fact, as most people know, she was the first African-American woman to headline the festival. And well, as we all know, the performance came with widespread critical acclaim. Clinical
studies show that there's acclaim around Beychella.
I mean, everyone's kids were on fire that night.
Oh my god. I can't remember if I was up for the
Were
Coachella.
you there? Did you
No,
go? Were
I've
you
never
at?
gone to Coachella,
Me neither.
unfortunately. But
So you were not in the presence of Miss Beyonce at
no, and I don't
Coachella.
think I was watching the live stream until I saw it. Like everyone on Twitter was just going crazy for this performance. That I
Mhm.
was like, let me log on to this YouTube.com.
This YouTube.com. What is that? I don't know what that is.
I'll figure out what it is for Beyonce though. And
Beyonce.
I watched.
Um, I do remember the other things I remember Beyonce aside from of course Beykchella was remember the Super Bowl,
Yes.
her halftime show, and
Well,
how
didn't she do like she like showed up at like 3 Super Bowls in a row or something? Because she showed up with the Bruno Mars one too.
yes, and then no one else remembered Bruno Mars because everyone's just like, oh my Beyonce.
Beyonce. That was also a really good performance too.
It was. It was but when her own halftime show was amazing. But we'll go back to Beykchella.
Yes.
Many media outlets described it as historic, and it was meaningful, absorbing, forceful, radical, and everyone just called it Beykchella.
Talented, brilliant, spectacular, never been done before, not afraid to reference and or not reference.
Clits on fire.
It's on fire.
I was like reading up on the performance and everything. Did you know what the theme was of that night?
Yes, of course. But I'll let you describe it as you research.
Her performances paid tribute to the culture of historically Black colleges and universities. That's why there was like a full marching band and majorette dancers. And then her shirt was like a nod to Black Greek life and included like step shows and strolling with by pledges. And of course, it also influenced Black feminism, Black authors, and she brought back Destiny's Child. Yeah. Her sister was there, Solange. Miss Solange is there, and her husband.
Oh, we love
Jay-Z.
Jay-Z, her husband. I love that that's his title, not like rapper or musician.
No,
just her husband.
Beyonce's husband, Jay-Z, was also there.
And the HBCU also carried through to the Netflix documentary
Yes.
Homecoming.
Yes.
So
Did you watch Homecoming?
Of course. Watch it the day it premiered. Watched it multiple times, actually.
Yeah. I watched it recently, actually. Like I watched it again recently. When I came back from a bachelorette party in Mexico. I went back to my friend's place and she was like sleeping on the couch. I had turned and it's just Homecoming playing. So as she slept, I just sat there and watched and I ate chicken tenders.
Yeah. I think the last time I watched Homecoming was when Black is King came out. My roommate and I watched it before Black is King. Or maybe I watched it alone. I can't remember. It was the pandemic times. I was watching anything and everything.
Anything and everything.
Yes.
Because we all know Beykchella it better make it into the gay history books.
Oh,
but,
of course.
Of course.
Yeah.
I was like reading up on like what many of the media outlets are saying about Beykchella. And it was everyone was stating how like it certainly cemented Beyonce's place in music history. But I was like, it was already given, but okay. And they also loved how she was unabashedly paying homage to her roots and the Southern Black culture in American pop culture. And I truly love that. I love how, I will say like the past few years, Beyonce has been truly embracing that. And I find that amazing. Don't you agree?
I agree 100%.
100%.
I also want to say, like, it was just like an incredible performance. Like,
oh my god,
the background dancer, like to the T. Like, I still remember that. Like, there's like that one GIF where like the background dancers were like they're dressed in like the yellow HBCU shirts or whatever, and then they like turn around and all of the shirts turn from like yellow to red. And I still to this day don't know like what lighting trick that they did to make that happen, but it was incredible. You know what I'm talking about?
I need to see it again. I'm like,
yeah, I'll send it to you. It'll be great. Oh, here it is. Here it is. I found it.
Oh wait, no, that's because I think it was taking at 2 different nights.
Was it? And they just cut the GIF that flawlessly?
Because it was like they filmed both performances. One performance they were wearing yellow, the other performance they were wearing pink.
I thought this GIF was magic. I was like, she somehow got them to all quick change and change the color of their outfit.
That's why,
Okay.
like, when you watch the, that's why you
I'm
watch,
so
like,
dumb.
when you watch Homecoming, it switches from yellow to pink often because it's from, they had
Oh,
the same costume, but two different colors.
I thought it was like a lighting trick. I'm upset. Damn. The more you know, the more you know.
I think April 14 was yellow, and then April, was it 21st?
Hmm.
Was pink.
Wow. Well, now I know.
Now you know.
Apparently, I wasn't really paying attention to the documentary, or I'm just dumb.
I think it's because they were wearing different sweatshirts, but let me see this GIF he was talking about.
Yeah. Anyways,
Anyways,
truly a historic moment. Is there anything else, or can I induct it into the gay court history books?
also the her set list,
Hmm. No misses, no
chef's kiss,
skips. You can't.
chef's kiss, chef's
Caligula?
kiss.
Yeah.
I love those set lists. Well, all I can say is it's fucking Beyonce. If she didn't make it to the gay history books, if this didn't make the gay history books, you're not gay.
Of course, it's 100% in the gay court history books.
Does your hat say okay boomer?
My hat to say, okay, boomer. I don't know. I also think that literally anything Beyonce does can be in the gay court history books. So, for example, today, July 29th, in the gay court history books, the drop of Renaissance.
Mm-hmm. The Tyra Banks interview in the
2008,
gay history books.
in the gay court history books, the whole thing.
The Pepsi commercial, gay core history books. The countdown where the Asian man recreates it, that's also the gay history books.
Yeah, of course. Duh.
But will we use this in the future episodes? Yes, because we need material.
Material, because we are material girls
We
living in a
are-
material world.
We are. We are also heated, thick, and we're on a plastic off the sofa.
Sure. Unfortunately, that though does bring us to the saddest part of the show, the ending. So we always do our closing statements where we just offer our final thoughts from the gay court into the ether. Ryan, what are your final thoughts on the Beyon-SLAY episode?
Beyon-SLAY. We have no skips on Renaissance. I will be shaking my little booty, my very flat booty, all night tonight to the album because the gay bars better be playing it tonight. And she never misses. And we love Beyonce. And Beyonce loves us because she loves the gays. Beyonce's gay. That's my statement.
Bold statement. For me, I feel like Beyonce has done it yet again.
Mhm.
Are we surprised? No. Are we very pleased that we got another album? Hell yeah. I will be playing for this for the rest of the summer and into infinity.
And
So-
beyond.
and Beyonce.
Beyonce.
Infinity and Beyonce. That's a good caption for like Instagram. Just keep
That
it in
is,
mind.
that is a really good caption.
In addition to that, I would also like to say that Tyra Banks is the interviewer of a lifetime. She outperforms Barbara Walters, Christiana Amanpour. No, none of those people can do it. Only Tyra. And finally, Beyonce. Beyon-SLAY. Beyonce lay another day. Yeah.
Should we? I am now wanting to Photoshop Beyonce onto Buzz Lightyear.
Yeah. To infinity and Beyonce. That's a good tweet. That's a good tweet.
It is.
I'll retweet it. I'll retweet it from you.
I will. I will make it right now after we film, and I will put on Gay Court.
Perfect. I love that we're also surprise dropping this episode as though we're surprise dropping like Beyonce usually does. Will the girls go crazy? Maybe.
Maybe. I mean, the horse picture is already made like yesterday. Yes. It's ready. It's ready.
Beautiful. Okay, so that was the episode. If you enjoyed it, be sure to find us on social at Gay Court Podcast. And then my handle is I Got Shubak, IGOTSCHUPBACH. And Ryan's is What's Up? It's Ryan, WAZUPITSRYAN. And remember, if you hear this and you do not follow us, that makes you homophobic. And you should
Beyonce
not
doesn't
be
like.
not on Beyonce's earth. Not on her internet, not on her earth, not anywhere near her. Do not be homophobic.
Beyonce loves it. Beyonce's gay.
Allegedly.
And like we said at the top of the podcast, if you'd like to get in contact about us for anything, any reason, your favorite Beyonce songs, if you love Beyonce, if you say you hate Beyonce, we're going to make fun of you all next episode.
We will expose you on this podcast.
We will. It'll be an expose. But yeah, send us an email at gaycourtpodcast@gmail.com because like we said, we need material. Material
girls.
And we always ask any episode, give us some stars because it really helps us spread the gay agenda and spread Beyonce all over.
Perfect.
Anything less than 5 stars is what?
Homophobic.
Exactly. So don't be a phobe, be a Valentina ally to Infinity and Beyonce.
To Infinity and Beyonce.
And see you next time. Stay chaotic, shake your booty, and dance to Beyonce. Beyon-SLAY.
Gay Court is a Perfectly Done Toast podcast production.